Islam, Muslims. What's the first thing you think of when you hear these words? Suicide bombings? Terrorism? Sharia law? Watch until the end and I'll blow your mind. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new here, I'm Saeed and I make videos that help make a positive impact in your life. If you do want to have more positivity in your life, start now by subscribing and hitting that like button. Make sure you turn on the notification bell as well, so you always know when a new video is uploaded. Islam is a religion of peace, and it's been misrepresented by a small minority of people. I mean, I don't judge all Americans by what Donald Trump or the KKK do. Can you imagine if we did? Now, people say that Islam has given the world nothing apart from fear and terrorism. Well, that's just not true. Islam has given the world more than you can imagine, from everyday little things that we take for granted to civilization-changing discoveries and inventions. And don't forget, Islam's also given you me. Hospitals. The modern day hospitals that we use nowadays come from 9th century Egypt. The first such medical center was the Ahmed ibn Tulun Hospital, which was founded in 872 in Cairo. The Tulun Hospital provided free care for anyone who needed it. The free care is based on the Islamic tradition of caring for all who are sick. From Cairo, the hospital spread around the Muslim world and finally on to the Western world. Surgery. Around the year 1000, a celebrated doctor called Al-Zahrawi published a 1500-page illustrated encyclopedia of surgery that was used in Europe as a medical reference book for 500 years. And that's not all. Amongst his many inventions, Zahrawi also discovered that using dissolved catgut helped with removing sutures. Yeah, I know. What on earth must this guy have been doing to have discovered that? Before this, a second surgery had to be performed to remove these sutures. It's also reported that he performed the first cesarean and created the first pair of forceps. Coffee. The world's drink du jour. Coffee was first brewed in Yemen in the 9th century. In its earliest days, coffee helped Sufi Muslims stay up during late nights of devotion. Later, it was brought to Cairo by a group of students. Clearly to help them study, right? And before you know it, the caffeine buzz had taken over the entire Muslimic empire around the 13th century. So when did the Western world get coffee? It took another 300 years before the beans actually started boiling in Europe, when they were brought to Italy by a Venetian trader. The flying machine. Abbas ibn Farnas was the first person to make a real attempt to make a flying machine and actually fly. Well, kind of, but we'll get to that. In the 9th century, he designed a winged machine that he could wear, which kind of resembled a bird costume. So let's talk about his flight. It took place in Cordoba. Did he fly non-stop around the world? No. Farnas flew upwards for a few moments before falling back down to the ground and breaking his back. Despite this, his designs were the inspiration for Leonardo da Vinci's flying machine hundreds of years later. I would like to take this opportunity to apologize to the world for PIA. Universities. In 859, a young princess named Fatima al-Firhi founded the first degree-granting university in Fez, Morocco. There's more. Her sister Maryam founded the mosque right next door. And together, the whole complex became the Al-Qarawiyyin Mosque and University. 1200 years on, the university is still open and running. So who says that Islam oppresses women? Algebra. Who would have thought that one Muslim could cause me so much stress at school? Seriously. The word algebra comes from the title of a book that was written in the 9th century, Kitab al-Jabr wal-Mughabala. The book was actually written by a famous Persian mathematician, Al-Khwarizmi. The title basically means the book of reasoning and balancing. Inspired by Greek and Hindu systems, the new algebraic order was a unifying system for rational and irrational numbers as well as geometrical magnitude. The same mathematician was also the first one to introduce the concept of raising a number to a power. Optics. Around the year 1000, Ibn al-Haytham proved that humans see objects by light reflecting off of them and entering the eye. This killed all other theories that light was emitted from the eyes itself. The great Muslim physicist also discovered the camera obscura phenomenon. This explains how the eye sees images upright due to the connection between the optic nerve and the brain. Music. Muslimic musicians have had a profound effect and impact on Europe. Now, back in the day, the music of Baghdad and Cordoba rocked the world, and other nations actually found it very difficult to compete. Muslimic musicians introduced the Western world to the lute and the rahab. Basically, both are an older form of the violin. And did you know, musical scales are also derived from the Arabic alphabet? Now, if it wasn't for us Muslimics, you guys wouldn't have had this. Oh, hang on. Maybe that's not such a good discovery after all. The toothbrush. The Prophet Muhammad popularized the use of the first toothbrush around 600. He used a twig from the miswak tree to clean his teeth and freshen his breath. Substances similar to the miswak are used in modern toothpaste today. The crank. This invention has given us everything from bicycles to the modern car engine. The crank basically converts rotary motion into linear motion. It also enables the lifting of heavy objects with relative ease. This technology was discovered by Al-Jazari in the 12th century and it exploded across the globe. Guys, there are so many more inventions and discoveries that have been made by the Muslimics that I just don't have time to put them all in. If you would like to see another video with some more Muslimic discoveries, then comment down below and let me know what you thought was the best discovery that you've heard about so far. Islam is more than what the media shows you. Like all religions, it's had a major positive impact on the world that we live in today. Now let me leave you with this thought. The vision of the eye is limited, but the vision of the heart transcends all barriers of time and space. Look at the world through the eyes of your heart. What do you see?